Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, it's time for us to go ahead and talk about Love Island games, okay? We are getting closer and closer to the end. Um y'all, the way people have been getting eliminated is crazy. Some part of me wish that they had one more week, and it's part some of it is because I feel like it's missing something. Like, yes, of course, it's Love Island games, but I don't know. I think it's been the editing this time around. Like, I can't put, I don't know what it is. Y'all let me know. If y'all have been watching the show and you feel like it's missing something, like, of course, it's not the same as regular Love Island. So of course there will be some differences, but it's something about the connection of the cast. Like, I can't explain it, but and it's a competition show. So I don't know. I'm gonna think on it. Hopefully, I'm able to pinpoint what that difference is, but something is just off. And I don't know if it's off because Tyreek, Toby, and Johnny have been running things since they got in, but like, I don't know. Something is off, but anywho, let's get into it. So we left off on the very last thing that took place at the Vegas casino night, right? And everybody had to make a decision on choosing their fate. And so when it came to Garby and Casey, they decided that they were going to gamble with it, as they should have. In my personal, I think that was the best decision. Unfortunately for them, it did not work out. Why? Because they ended up landing on white. White means you got to get the hell up out the villa. Red means you're safe. And honestly, if they would not have gambled on that and took a chance on their own decisions, they still would have been kicked out, because clearly everybody was gunning for them the first round. Like, that has been the goal. And they've been gunning for my girl Garby for the fucking longest. Okay. Don't know what that's about. Y'all, I don't know. It was really tough to make a decision when it came down to voting tonight. It was just really tough. I was kind of torn between Justine and Johnny. Justine and Johnny. I wasn't sure. I ended up kind of going with Justine and Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I was not gonna do Toby and Sydney at all. Sydney irritated me. I'm over Toby. Toby, I will. I'm how Garby felt yesterday. Zigga. Okay, when you sat up there and you kissed her on the forehead, you got her to fuck up out the villa, but then you want her to come and save your ass? Absolutely not. Now, he may still end up being in the finals. Who knows? Because I saw a lot of people having sympathy for Sydney and them damn tears. And like, oh my God, Sydney, I feel bad for Sydney. I'm going to vote for Sydney. So, okay, cool. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did make it. Um, However, it was really between Johnny and Justine making it back into the finals. For me, so one of them couples gonna go home, and I slick hope that it's going to be Toby and Sydney. All right, but who knows? It might end up being Johnny and Gabby. Let me know who y'all voted for. So Toby goes to talk with Sydney, right? So that he can apologize for his actions, okay? And she's like, "What you apologizing for?" He said, "For switching up on you. I really want to just apologize for the whole night." He says he got scared when he started to compare their coupling with other people coupling. He was like, "Well, shoot, I don't know if we gonna really be able to make it. Like, are we that strong? Like, it's looking a little shaky." She said, "Okay, so basically you don't believe in me." And he was like, "No, no, no, it's not that. It's just," and he couldn't even explain it because everything still led back to the fact that, sir, she's right. You don't believe in her. But also, Sydney, you be giving weak. I'm not even gonna hold you. You be giving weak. So it is difficult for people to believe in you and all of that. Because I mean, look at how your ass was moping around the fucking villa. Like, girl, go ahead. Like, go ahead. Like, it is giving a piece of weak. So um she pretty much walks off on him at the end of it. Okay, he apologizes to her or whatever. She over there getting the hell on because she's like, "I really don't care what you got to say. I'm gonna walk off. I don't have no respect for you. I don't trust you." So that's just where we at. We really just co-workers at this point. We're team players, but we really ain't no team. So whatever you want to do today or tomorrow, I don't care. So that's how she was over there operating. Then you got Josh and Andrea, and what we learned is that, of course, they glad to be saved by Garby and Casey's decision. Okay, saved by Garby and Casey. Same thing with Johnny. They were also saved the same way. They seem to be vibing with each other or whatever. But let me tell y'all something. I did make a note to say I'll be pissed the fuck off if I got kicked out of this villa, but a BIT that just entered this villa 3 days ago is able to pretty much have a chance at winning all of this money. I would be mad as hell if I was a day one. And I think that's what makes it so awkward with this crew, with the games. I don't know. The people that has come in are the ones that's really making it to the end to me. Like, of course, Isaiah and Lucinda were there from the beginning. Josh and Andrea were there from the beginning. Tyreek was there from the beginning, but not Justine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like half of the cast is gone, right? But it's games, so that's how it's going to go. But it's like, damn, y'all couldn't even make an alliance with the OG people that was already in the villa. Y'all made alliances with other people. Like, y'all let Johnny walk in as a bombshell and take control. Like, yeah, y'all deserve to lose. I'm sorry. Like, y'all deserve to get kicked the fuck off the island. If y'all let Johnny come in there and automatically start strategizing, and he already got him an alliance with TNT. Like, hello. Like, I'm sorry. It's kind of like y'all deserve to lose. So we get TNT. Right, they finally have a chat because y'all know Tyreek threw a monkey wrench in that final game, and he made a crazy decision by pretty much putting Toby and Johnny up to pretty much, go at it, play sudden death, and whoever get the the lowest card, then they gonna be vulnerable. So he put them up against each other. But Tyreek didn't like that. Tyreek still feel like, I would have never made no decision like that. I would have never put you in no situation like that. I don't know why you would do that. He wasn't here for it, right? And then Tyreek gives yeah, that's what Toby told Tyreek. So Tyreek gives this weird explanation that I didn't even understand. So when Toby made a scrunch face, I said, we see each other. We see each other, baby, because I'm confusion. Like, huh? Like, wait. Like, I was like, what is you trying to say? So this is what he was trying to say. He said that he thought, based on, I guess, Garby or Josh and Andrea voting for, I'm sorry, Josh and Andrea voting for Isaiah. He's thinking Isaiah was gonna get all these votes, and then he could just put a lot of votes in, then put one vote in for Johnny, one vote in for Toby, and then it ended up being that they got most of the votes or whatever, and then now they gotta go play sudden death. But I knew that you was gonna win anyway. It was just really weird. And Tyreek is a king of confusion, manipulation, and definitely gaslighting. Okay, and if I was Toby, I would definitely be second guessing. I'm not gonna really say the friendship if you guys have been friends for 15 years, but it's like I don't like the stunt that you pulled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll stab me in my back like that. Like, you could have voted for anybody else, but you gonna put them darts on me. Okay, so knowing that had Toby did to Tyreek what Tyreek did to Toby, Tyreek would be sitting up there planning a fucking get back. At least that's my assumption of how he would do. Okay. I also feel like Tyreek would disrespect women before he disrespect one of the bros. In all honesty, he does give me that vibe. But I wouldn't be surprised if the roles were reversed. You'll be trying to figure out how you gonna plot on your mans because you don't like the disrespect and you got that big of an ego. Right. But anywho, it is what it is. He tries to convince him, like, well, it ended up working out at the end of the day. Da, 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 da. So, of course, they moving on. But Toby was just like, listen, I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to be honest. I don't trust you 100% anymore. You say you had my back, but you really halfway had my back for real, for real. And then he also lets him know, no, I think Tyreek told Toby, like, I'm unpredictable. And Toby said, no, like, yeah. He was like, well, no, I do know that you're predictable. What I didn't know was that your ass was unpredictable. Okay. I said, I know that's right. It's the unpredictable for me. Now, Lucinda woke up and said Johnny is coming for her because we on the next day now. And she says that she couldn't choose between Andrea's beautiful face and somebody else. So she ended up having to choose Johnny and them to scorch or whatever, to throw the stuff on. And so Johnny says, so you trying to say I'm an ugly beast? And she's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Right. So then she says, oh, no, Isaiah says, well, all he knows is that, it's a game. And, it is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of the game. Like, I gotta come after somebody. Y'all came after me. So I'm on y'all head tops, right? It is what it is. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. I know Zay may have gotten on my nerves at one point. One thing Zay did that I did not like was really getting rid of Chris, but I couldn't be mad at him fully because he playing his game. And that's what Isaiah has been doing this entire time. If Isaiah won this game, I would not be mad. If Lucinda won this game, I would definitely feel away because I have been turned off by Lucinda's ass, to be honest with you. I'm like, girl, pack it up. Get up out of here. I meant to go back and check out something at the very end. But hopefully I'll remember that when we talk when I get to that point. But anywho, that's what's going on with Isaiah. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I kind of want to see him go up against, I feel like I want to see him go up against Johnny. Right. So I probably should have voted for Johnny to get into the finals. But then I'm like, you just never know, because I mean, hey, Justine and Tyreek, they'll surprise you too. They'll slip up, and they definitely will surprise you. So you just never know. I don't know. Even though I voted for Justine and Tyreek, I kind of wish I would have voted for Johnny and old girl Gabby. That's what I should have did. If and even though I didn't vote for them, I kind of hope that they end up being in the finals, going up head to head against Isaiah and old girl. Now, granted, I do feel like with Gabby and with Johnny versus Zay and Lucinda, it's still up in the air based on who will win. That's up in the air. However, I do believe that they will be. I feel like Johnny and Gabby will definitely get them a run for their fucking money for sure. All right. So Johnny says that he goes outside and he was talking to Toby. I think he says Zay and Lucinda came for me multiple times and I'm coming for them. And now they want to be scared. So let them be scared. I said, I know that's right. Let's talk game. Let's talk game. I don't want Love Island games to turn into the challenge, but if y'all want to add a few more difficult challenges, I'm not opposed to it. However, However, they may not do that, considering the fact that you had my girl Nicola get hit in the damn head, did with a weighted ball, a weighted ball. Be clear. Then you had Chris, pop his finger out of place to dislocate his finger or whatever. I don't think he broke it. I think he may have dislocated it or whatever. Um, so yeah, anywho, child. But if y'all want to give some extra games, some other type of, more challenging games, we're here for it. Now, Sydney wants to never speak to Toby again. I said, okay, I just feel like she's doing too much. That's what I put in my notes. I don't care how nobody feel about it. I just feel like she was doing too damn much. Tyreek spoke to Sid and she ignored him. And then Toby says that, so Tyreek started asking him about her. And Toby says he likes her. She's cool. But as far as the whole situation, like it's kind of done in a sense, right? And I'm sorry, I think Toby should be done with Sydney's ass. Like, once he's done with this show, I feel like he should be done. Like, yes, what he did was messed up. It was definitely embarrassing. But girl, this is not Love Island. This is Love Island Games. Because at some point, having a connection with you could get in the way of him getting into the money. Like, it's still also a part of the game. And that's the part that Sydney, I feel, is missing. Like, girl, this isn't just Love Island. This is Love Island Games. Everybody came in with their own agenda and then had to couple up. So all this long drawn out, like, this some of the shit she used to do when she used to date Isaiah back on the show in season 4. And she used to mope all over the place and cry all over the place and everything. And I'm like, I don't want to see Sydney and nor her clip-ins. I don't want to see Sydney or her clip-ins or whatever them tracks is for the rest of Love Island history. Like, let her be history. Let her go on somewhere and heal. It's something going on with Sydney, and I'm gonna say it now while it's on my mind, and I may have put this in my notes. When I look at Isaiah, Isaiah looks very healthy. Isaiah looks like he's taking time to do the work on himself. Isaiah is giving healthy. Sydney is not giving healthy so much in my personal. If y'all know where I'm going, I'm not gonna say it. But when she was sitting down there on that couch talking to Gabby and Justine, I said, yeah, something right here is off. And then when I saw her standing up and looking, I was like, oh, girl, it's giving. Don't bring her back. Don't bring her back. There's too many other people that have come through Love Island. All right. That y'all could be bringing. Don't bring this woman back. Let her go where it's and get her healing. Anyway, so Lucinda and TNT are chatting. And Lucinda was making the decisions last night, according to Tyreek. Like, yeah, I saw you making the decisions when it came down to them voting for Johnny and old girl. And I'm over here like, wait a minute. So did y'all put Lucinda up to making this decision, therefore having Lucinda put it in the head of Isaiah that they should vote for Johnny and old girl? And see, this is where maybe things seem like they're missing. Like, maybe some stuff has been missing this season, because I'm like, it seemed like some conversations, but this ain't what I was thinking about originally. But this is another factor, like maybe conversations were being had that we're not privy to, because it was so awkward to see Tyreek just vote for Johnny out of nowhere. I'm like, what? That's crazy. But then you also tell Lucinda, I see you were making decisions last night. I see you were like you were running things, you was in charge. And y'all know Zay and Lucinda voted for Johnny and Gabby every time. So I'm like, what conversations did y'all have? And the fact that Lucinda's running over there to talk to Toby because Toby called her, she's sitting there. He tells us, I need you to take that shot. And it's like, okay, so y'all have already talked to Lucinda about taking the shot at Johnny and Gabby, which is why her and Isaiah did what it is that they did. And we didn't even see all of that. That's why Johnny probably asked them, like, yo, y'all really trying, are y'all trying to take me to the end or what? Child. That's crazy. So Toby tells her she wants her to take this shot at Josh and Andrea. And she's just like, well, Zay starts talking about the final four or something like that. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Toby starts talking about how he wants them to be the final four. So I guess Isaiah, Lucinda, Toby and Sydney, Tyreek and Justine, and Johnny and Gabby. When they start having this talk, Johnny gets up and walk off. And I feel like Johnny did that because he like, man, fuck all this strategy stuff. Like, I'm not with y'all no more. Like, Final Four, like, nah, I'm coming for y'all. And Isaiah, if I got anything to do with it, he definitely not going to be in no Final Four, okay? So I feel like that's why Johnny ended up walking off. So Lucinda says she hears him, finally a girl speaks up, I feel, outside of Garby. So Lucinda's like, I hear you, you know what I'm saying? But out of all the girls here, I would want Andrea to stay because that's one of my closest friends in here. And then I said, now she wanna say now she wanna pretty much have a voice, right? Now you want to have a voice and say something to the guys when once upon a time it was just them or y'all versus everybody else. But anywho, I can appreciate it, right? She's just like, listen, they got each other back. They looking out for each other. Ain't nobody looking out for me. I'm like, girl, it's been like that from the damn beginning. Like, yes, they saved you, but they saved you for a reason. All right. So Justine tried to tell y'all that. So I will say, I was like, I wanted Zay and Lucinda or Toby and Sydney gone. I have a fear that these two are gonna be in the finale. We know for sure that Zay and Lucinda are moving forward to the mega portion, and we'll get to that. But I'm like, I really want them gone. One of the two. All right. Now Toby and Sydney talk again. And she still feels humiliated last night and says that last night was crazy. And she says he didn't want to be with her that bad and wrestled Casey for the chair in front of her and all this and that. She says that she doesn't know why people think they can be disrespectful towards her. It's like it's been happening all of my life. Cause you don't put your damn foot down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess she tried to stand on business here. Okay. By not talking to him or whatever and still like being upset. But he did apologize again. He was more specific. He said he apologized for disrespecting her, not communicating, and not having interest or not taking her mindset or how she feels into consideration. So that's something that he mentions. And then Sydney tells Justine and Gabby about how Toby apologized. And she says that she says for the same reasons, like I'm here for the same reasons as he is. But outside of that, like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they tried to encourage her. And I was like, just eliminate her ass. Don't encourage her. Eliminate her. For me personally, she was doing too much. Like, if you're there for the same reasons as him, get your damn head out your ass. Like, y'all ain't even been there that long. Like, this is your problem. And if she's like, yeah, another one bites the dust, yeah, because your ass gets so attached to them too damn soon. Y'all type of women be getting on my fucking nerves. I hate when y'all meet somebody and then in 2 weeks or less than 1 month, you already picturing what your damn life gonna be, and you gonna have, oh, this could be my husband, and this, that, and then they hurt your damn feelings, your face crack. Like, girl, give these people time to show you who the fuck they is. Like, and then we playing the game. We're playing. This is a game too. Okay, I guarantee you. Yeah, he had that little kiss with you. Probably didn't talk to you no more. Maybe DM here or there, and then saw your ass on the show, coupled up with you because you was familiar and he needed a partner. But if you think he's gonna have something with you beyond this show, you're crazy. I don't believe none of that. Anywho, so they get a text about the shoot your shot challenge, and they have to play some type of basketball game that comes with 2 rounds. And I ain't even gonna go into the basketball. Well, I can, like, they basically just had to shoot all the baskets, right, in they hoop or whatever. Whoever has no balls end up being vulnerable pretty much, and then they're gonna do another round. The second round includes a white ball, right? Whoever ends up with that white ball at the end when the 5 minutes is up, you're eliminated. So the first round, Josh and Andrea were targeted. So everybody, every time they start shooting, like after you get all the balls in your thing, oh, I'm sorry, after you shoot all the balls, and the balls that you're pulling from in that bucket or whatever, once they're empty, you can start taking balls from other people and putting it into yours. And I feel like it was a fucked up game in my personal. Like, yeah, it's a great game if they're targeting a person that you don't like, right? But I don't got no issue with Josh and Andrea. But I'm just like, even if it was like probably Tyreek and Justine, I still would feel away. Like, I don't think that's fair. I feel like that's an uneven advantage that an entire group, pretty much the whole damn villa, gets to set sights on you and then take everything out of your damn basket. It's like, what I'm playing the fucking game for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like, if I was in that situation, I'll be hot as fuck. I'll be mad as hell. You know? Um, it would have to be like, oh, once you take this ball out, you can't take another one out until, like, they could have made the game a bit more complicated, but I don't know. I just felt like that was fucked up. But anywho, so that's what happened. And then after that, the next round, they had the ball. These two had the bright idea that they were gonna count down, which wasn't bad actually. Like, let's count up to let's count up to 5. I feel like they probably did a better job counting down versus counting up to the number of up 5 minutes. All they had to do was take 60 seconds times 5, do that real fast, boom, boom. Let's start with that number and then let's count down. But another thing that they messed up was once they got to the 1 minute or the 2 minute mark in their heads, that's when they should have got started with throwing the ball, throwing the ball, throwing the ball. And then when somebody gave the ball back to them, just hold on to it. Just hold on to it. And honestly, y'all should have had an idea of who you were going to target, period. Who you were going to target, period. All Josh should have said, don't talk to me. Let me count down. Just let me count down in my head. Don't say nothing to me. Hold the ball. Do what you're finna do. I'll tap your shoulder when it's at 2 minutes or whatever. But also, it's easier for me to say that on the outside when I don't know how much time they're really given to even think this through. But they did too much talking, right? Instead of just trusting, like, whoever you want to go for. I don't care who you go for. Just go for somebody. Just go for somebody, right? And then he could have just threw a name out there. Like, the first name that came in your head, go for them. All right? Go to the person to the right or left of us. Whatever. Because make it easy, too. Don't be trying to go all the way over there to Johnny and them or all the way down there to Isaiah and Sydney, even though I wanted them out the game. But if it got to be Tyreek and Justine right here to the side of you, or it got to be Isaiah and Lucinda, then go right there. Okay? To try and get one of them out. Like, that's what, they could have did a better job with that. Okay, instead of us counting up, let's just count down. You know what I'm saying? And we'll start right here at this many seconds and just boom, 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 just count down in your head. They could have did a better job with that. So I feel like the game for me was whack as fuck. um it resulted in the timer going off, and they still held the ball just when she finally was grabbing the ball, because it wasn't that bad of an idea because they started to be on the money, but they did it too late. I think that they psyched themselves out and was thinking, right, when we get at 5 minutes, we'll have time to like do it. No, 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 baby. You can't wait till 5 minutes. Y'all should have been putting in y'all heads 3 minutes, probably. You know what I'm saying? Not even 5, but 3. Okay. Go ahead and do that number. Let's count down from there. Then you'll have 2 minutes to finesse and do what you're gonna do. So yeah, I feel like the game was messed up. And they ended up losing. So they pretty much eliminated themselves. And I said that is so crazy. The way that Garby and Casey and Josh and Andrea eliminated themselves is insane. But at the same time, maybe it's a good, like, it's a sucky feeling, yes. But maybe, you know what? Y'all ain't get me out. I got myself out. You know what I'm saying? Another thing. So Josh was in his head. Andrea kind of started to get a little emotional or whatever like that. And Ariana did something that I actually did not fucking like. And I'll let y'all leave y'all thoughts about it down below. I am tired of them asking questions to get an emotional reaction to get people to cry on this show. I don't know what the hell going on, but let it ride out how it is. Her need to, and this may not even be on her, it may be a producer in her head as they're watching it, they're telling her like, hey, ask Josh about this right here, right? They may be in her ear. My thing is, why is you asking this man about his sister? It's like you see him about to tear up, but he's trying to fight those tears. So, let me ask him something that's really gonna make him more emotional. The fuck? Like, I feel like they did that, or she did that the last time with Kendall. When Kendall wasn't trying to cry, but y'all kept asking him questions so that he could bring about those tears. Like, let's not. That's like that shit right there. I don't like that type of stuff. So asking him about his damn sister who died back in season 3. I believe it was in season 3. I think it was season 3. Huh? What? So why would you ask that this many years later? Like, and not that her legacy or anything like that does not matter, because it does. It was just an awkward timing for me. Like, you could tell they were trying to pull something out of him to get him to cry. I'm like, y'all do this too damn much for me. Okay? I said, that's fucking crazy. You ask him about his sister to pull on his heartstrings so he could cry more? It was weird. It was weird. I don't like it. Anywho, it did make everybody else emotional. Justine had some kind words to give. Johnny had some kind words. And I'll give Johnny that. Johnny is a charismatic person. He knows what he's doing. As much as Johnny is an ass, I think he might somewhere deep down inside maybe a not so bad person, right? So he has some kind words to say about Josh, and they're familiar with each other and all of this stuff. So it was what it was. Lucinda and Isaiah, what we learned, made it to the mega finals. And that's what I was confused about. Like, how the fuck did they make it to the mega finals? And I said, I gotta go back and I have to listen to the part where they said, oh, such and such had this many balls, right? I don't know who had how many balls in their thing, and that's what I'm finna go check real quick.
Hey, let's see how many balls you all got. Sydney and Toby, you got 20 balls.
Yeah. Okay, 20, Sydney and
Lucinda
Toby.
and Isaiah, you got 17. We have Gabby and Johnny with 14 balls.
Yeah.
Justine and Tyreek, you've got 8.
Yeah.
And right now in last place with 0 balls.
Right, exactly. So that's what the fuck I'm confused about. And this ain't the first time they've done something slick like this. And y'all producers for Love Island Games, I don't think y'all did a great job for this season, because obviously it can't be the same producers for Love Island. There was another game where they said whoever had the most, or whoever had the whichever couple. I could have sworn they said one couple, whoever had the most was going to be the one eliminated. Then they came back and said the couples that have the most are all vulnerable. So therefore it was like 7 people or however many people. And I'm like, I don't remember her saying that the first time. So then now, if the goal is to have more balls in your basket versus least balls, then that means that Isaiah and Toby should have been this. Toby and Sydney should have been a shoe-in for the next mega thing, right? Because I'm trying to understand, how did they decide on who was going to go to the mega finals? I thought it was based on who had the most. So if they had the most, I don't know. Y'all let me know, because I could have missed it. But I would think that they're going to be, because she literally called it in order of who had least. So Sydney and them had about 20 some. Isaiah and them had 17. Then it went down from there to Josh and Andrea having 0 because everybody attacked them and took all their balls. So am I tripping, or is they finessing? And if they are finessing that and they're letting, and please explain it to me. Please let me know, y'all. Because I could be tripping. And that's okay. Because obviously I must have missed something. But if it's how I'm thinking it, then now, I mean, it just confirms for me when y'all be saying the person that had the least amount of votes and stuff by America, y'all really be kicking off who the hell y'all want. And that's just that on that. So then, damn, if that's the case, then it takes us back to Ace, when Ace says that the producers be manipulating shit. Of course they do. But now I wonder, how much do they manipulate, and whether Ace was really right the whole time. All right. So then what happened was Lucinda talks about it not being just luck with her and Isaiah. You got to be romantic too, or whatever. That's when I had realized. I looked at both Sydney. Actually, I saw Sydney earlier in the episode, but when I looked at Isaiah and he was looking at her, I was like, Isaiah looks, very healthy here, whereas Sydney, anywho. When it comes down to Josh and Andrea, they may have lost the game, but it seemed like they may have found love, I suppose. They both live in Miami, so I definitely can see them dating each other. I can see it being a thing because, to me, I think she likes him. And I also think that he likes her more than she likes him. And if that is the case, then that might be a good recipe. And then it also could be a recipe for a disaster. You feel what I'm saying? If she's just pretty much using him for a little piece. And then I know some people were trying to say that she already had a boyfriend and that she just broke up with him to come on the show. Now, that would be crazy, though, too. That would be crazy, too, now. That's probably why she wasn't getting so attached to nobody because... Or Josh potentially, because she knows she's gonna be going back to that man when she get out. But we shall see, honey. Either way, honey, good luck. I just wanted to come give y'all my 2 cents about that show. I'm Jamie, that's me. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can